This is a call for an uprising, a call for all followers of Jesus Christ, not only to awaken themselves, but to help everyone out there awaken from this satanic Illuminati system that we live in, as they continue to try and eliminate Jesus Christ from the picture, as they continue to try to eliminate the scriptures, as they continue to mock Christians and mock followers of Christ. We're here to put our foot down, okay, and to fight back against this. Today we're going to talk about a story that just came out yesterday regarding NASA. If you're not familiar with NASA and what their involvement is with the Illuminati, we'll have a whole show on that down the line, okay? This whole staged NASA situation with these staged moon landings that they've created here in America, okay, to give the illusion of life, extraterrestrial life existing out there, so that you believe in something that's not in the scriptures, right? So that you believe that there's more out there. And if God didn't mention that, then the Bible can't be real, right? Okay. Look at the logo for NASA, for starters. The serpent's tongue. You'll see this in all of the Illuminati companies, brands, whatever, government entities. They all have some sort of serpent involvement. You know, you get the American Medical Association has two snakes on it. Here's the serpent's tongue. But the story today isn't about NASA and their staged events. It's about how now NASA is banning the name Jesus Christ from being mentioned in their newsletters and things like that. They won't acknowledge Jesus Christ. Just another obvious sign of what's going on as they continue to try and eliminate Jesus Christ from the picture, because they know that Jesus Christ is the truth and the only way to the Father. But these people are Satanists. They don't want our fellow brother and sister to get to heaven. Their job is to bring souls with them to hell. They work for the devil. Okay? This is another obvious attempt to eliminate Jesus completely from the picture. Now, some of you out there have to understand that you'll hear the term God used often by these people. Actors, musicians, Republican Party candidates who are puppets who are supposed to be Christian or conservative, because that's what that whole fake setup is about. But they say God. They're not referring to Jesus Christ. They're not referring to Yahweh. They're referring to Lucifer as God. So they're getting your brain to switch off. So when you hear God, you assume that that means the God of the Bible, which means that they believe in Jesus. That is not true. They do not believe in Jesus. Okay? Jesus is the only way to the Father. The only way to heaven is through Jesus Christ. There is no other way. Now, of course, you can mention Buddha, and you can mention these other false gods. There's no problem with that. But the attack is on Christians. And the problem is that most Christians are asleep. They hear this and they say, stop being angry. Stop being angry. And Beyonce likes, follows the Lord, because they're naive and they still worship false idols. They're lukewarm Christians. My job is to put my foot down and to get people to listen and wake up and fight back against this system. They are destroying the scriptures. They are destroying the name of Jesus Christ so that his name doesn't exist here on earth anymore. Okay? We know that our Father in heaven is more powerful than anyone, including the devil, and he can intervene and stop that. But we know in the end times that there's the falling away period. And then part of the plan is to eliminate Jesus Christ completely. So next generation's here of God, right? But we're all going to believe in one universal God, this new age garbage that they're pushing. Don't fall for it. This is just one thing that's going on, but it's the start of something bigger, okay? Because they've already eliminated Jesus in a lot of places, but you're going to hear more and more about this. Like the video I posted with Jimmy Kimmel. What other religions get mocked? Do you notice? I don't. I only see Jesus get mocked and put in stupid situations to make him look dumb and to make us look stupid. They are mocking him, destroying him, and trying to make sure that his name no longer exists in our vocabulary. You might say, as a Christian, you're already saved. You already know of Christ. This is a lot of the messages that I get, right? Missing the point. Missing the point. This isn't about you. This is about everyone else. This is about our fellow brother and sister. Are you okay with you being saved, but not with your fellow brothers and sisters going to hell, getting led down this path, getting tricked, getting manipulated? It's not okay. Generations and generations are coming that aren't going to be aware of Jesus' existence. They are destroying it. Okay? By mocking it, they are taking credibility away from Christians, making us look dumb, and they're making Jesus look like a man, not as a Messiah. They're making him look like a normal dude. That's why they put him in these stupid situations. Right? Like sitting on the couch with Sarah Silverman watching movies, and people write, "Oh, come on, you can't take that serious." Oh, I can't? Well, I love the Lord. And from a lot of the feedback I'm getting, I can tell a lot of you out there love him too. And you shouldn't sit back and allow it. I'm not saying that you have to get angry like I am, but it should bother you. Okay? There's other souls that are getting misled into other false religions, like believing in Buddha and all of these ancient religions that were created, set up to destroy this. That's why those are put there. They created false religions. Okay? They created all of these false religions. And people are now feeling like, well, I have a choice. In these cultures, this is what they believe in. Like, let me go and look. And of course they have a choice. But then they see Jesus and they see what they see the image that they've created, right? They see Christians now, right? Well, another part of this NASA thing is they're showing Christians going crazy like me, right? We're going crazy because NASA won't allow them to say Jesus Christ. The report isn't on, well, why can't they say Jesus Christ? Shouldn't they be allowed to? No, the report is, more crazy Christians are protesting, threatening to sue. Those are the articles out there that you'll see. That's what they're doing to us. They're making us look like fools so other people don't want to read the scriptures and open a Bible and find Christ. Okay? And this movement is about exploiting and exposing these people. This is just the beginning. Somebody might say that this is just a little thing, who cares? This is the beginning. This is how they work, okay? The Illuminati is not going to just do this massive thing, right? Where they're just like, Christianity's gone. And so everybody can be like, what? It's a slow process. Your brain starts decoding from it. Your brain starts falling away from it, right? First it's NASA, then it's somewhere else. A year from now, it's 20 different places. And then there'll be a news story about some other thing like the CIA or something not being allowed to say Jesus. And you'll say, oh, what's the big deal? They've already done it all over. That's how it works. That's how mind control works. Wake up. All of us need to. And we need to fight back. We need to defend Christ's honor. We need to defend the scriptures. And we need to be as wise as serpents and innocent as doves. Okay? We're sheep amongst wolves. But you know what? It doesn't mean a sheep can't kick back. Okay? So again, this video is just to point out another obvious sign in plain sight, which I've been talking about, how they're destroying Christianity and they're creating a one world religion. First, it's the Pope, okay? The Pope uniting all these religions as one. And then people saying, what's wrong with that? Why do we need war and bickering, right? All of these false religions that they've set up steal Christ's message, right? Of peace and love and all these things. Ooh, Buddha, it's about peace and love and stuff and acceptance. Oh, I'm sorry. Isn't that the New Testament? I'm a little confused. Oh, okay. So you took all of Christ's teachings, you applied it to fake religions, but you took Jesus Christ out of the picture. Gotcha. That's what they've done. Okay, that's what they've done. They've taken his beautiful message that he's given, they've pushed it worldwide into different cultures, and then they take Jesus out of the picture. Okay, and you know why that's a real problem? Because Jesus is the truth, the way, and the life. There is no way to the Father except through Jesus Christ. Okay? If you deny him, you aren't getting there. But they're tricking the youth because they're hearing about Buddhism and all of these cool things and meditation and Kabbalah, as all the celebrities push the Kabbalah, the black Kabbalah, really. Okay? People hear that and they say, well, why would I want to be a part of Christianity when all they do is judge people and stand around with picket signs outside of gay events or whatever agenda they have that week to make us look dumb? We have to fight back. You have to remain aware. Okay? You have to see these things. Do not just see it and flip the channel. Be vocal about it. Tell people about it. Point these things out. Share this channel. Whatever it takes to help an awakening happen. We need to awaken our fellow brothers and sisters in Christ and our fellow brothers and sisters who are not with Christ. Because I'll tell you right now, many of our brothers and sisters who are with Christ are going to be victims of the falling away because they're not even going to realize that they're falling away from Christianity. They're going to hear God and they're going to say, I believe in the same thing. Then they're going to see Oprah clapping. They're not going to know it's Lucifer. They're not going to know that they're getting tricked into worshiping Satan and the Antichrist. They should know from reading the scriptures. But unfortunately, everybody's too busy working 60 hours a week to be able to even focus on the scriptures. And a lot of people out there don't take it literally. I mean, people message me all the time and they say, come on, but that's not literal. Right, it's not literal. So you could just define the Bible the way you want to define it to fit it into your life. I'm sure God wrote and he said, nah, it's not literal. Here are the 10 commandments, but you don't have to take them literally. Right? Here's Jesus' message, but don't take it literally. Give me a break. We hope you enjoyed today's show. Sorry if I'm getting a little, I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm not trying to yell at anyone who is listening. I'm trying to make you aware, and I'm passionate about the Lord. Okay? I love the Lord with all my heart and all my soul. You know? And that's all there is to it. So if anyone out there, I know a lot of people who listen who are Christian, they want to hear this quiet, monotone preaching, which most pastors are. I am neither of. Okay, this is who I am. But God speaks through me. Okay, and if you think that God is not angry when he sees this stuff, think again. He's not up there going, oh, that's great. That's cool. He's very angry. And we know what happens next, okay? We're in the end time, so we know what's coming. So let's stay aware, okay? Let's expose these people. We thank you for listening to today's show. God bless you, and peace be with you.